I got this image of a fantastic beer company logo. It's a great retro design from back in the day when today's retro was a contemporary trend.
This video is brought to you by EpiPie's Academy.
The company is called Schlitz, and it used to be one of the largest and most known beer companies in the USA. Now, what makes this logo great is, of course, the font. So, what we're going to do is we're going to trace it, meaning we're going to draw its shape with the pen tool, and in the process, we'll use all the techniques we just learned and one new. Okay, first of all, I will lower the opacity of this layer to say 60%, and I'm going to lock it. Now I'll create another layer by alt-clicking this little icon right here. Now I can enter some basic information about the layer. Now if I just clicked to create a new layer, I would have to rename it later in the layers panel, so alt-clicking really saves us some time here. I'll call the new layer trace, and I'll grab the pen tool. Now it's just a matter of clicking and dragging. Okay, so let's do some tracing, actual tracing right now. But first, I think I'm gonna zoom in a bit so we can get a better view at what we're actually doing. I think we're gonna start with this S right here, this top left wave. So I'm just gonna click here and click again to create a path, and I'm gonna click and drag to create a nice curve, just like maybe so. Right now you can see that we have white fill, and we really don't want it. We don't want it to block our view, so I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to continue creating the paths like so. So I'm going to click and drag to create a nice curve, nice path. Again, I'm going to click and drag to finish this wave here, but I'm also going to hold down the Alt key to create a sharp corner, and I'm going to bring it down so I can create the next path all the way down here and create again a nice corner here. And again, I'm going to hold down the Alt key to create a sharp corner and go down here and click again. Now I'm going to click and drag here and drag it up. Again, click, drag up, and hold down the Alt key to create a sharp corner, just like so. Again, click and drag. So we're building the S all the time. We're building the S. We're building all the corners and waves, all the arcs of the S. I'm gonna click down here. That's a bit too much. I'm gonna go up. Yeah, that's not gonna be cool, but we're gonna fix it later. So we're gonna click and drag, holding down the Alt key. Click and drag again. Just like so. Now click to finish the path like that. Click and drag. Okay. Now we can see that we have a lot of problems with our trace. And remember always to fix your trace when you're not happy with it and if it's inaccurate. And it is inaccurate right now. So I'm gonna drag the direct selection tool, zoom a bit, and I'm gonna fix my trace with this direction handles and clicking the anchor points to fix everything up. I'm gonna select this path and bring this handle up. We're good to go here. Maybe this a bit to the right. Okay, this corner is horrible. It looks just plain horrible. So I'm gonna adjust it right now. I'm gonna adjust this this anchor point maybe a bit. Adjust this direction handle a bit to the right. I'm gonna adjust this handle as well. I'm gonna bring it in, and same with this direction handle. I'm gonna bring it in as well. So it's a lot of fine-tuning, guys, as you can see, but trust me, it pays off. The final effect will be astonishing, and you will love it. Trust me. Okay, so we're good to go here, but we're not good to go here. This arch looks horrible, so I'm gonna fix it. With these direction handles, I'm bringing them in. I can bring this in as well, and this in as well. Again, this, and maybe this top corner, this top arc, and maybe a bit this handle to the left as well. Yeah, Yeah, I guess we're good to go. Maybe a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay. This right here is a shape that we will have to cut from our main shape later on, because right now if I just exchange my fill with the stroke, you can see that it's all black. So now I'm gonna trace this shape with the pen tool. So again, I'm gonna just click and drag like so. Click here and hold down the Alt key to create a nice sharp corner. I'm gonna click up and drag, and I'm gonna finish the effect right here. So we got this hole covered. Okay, so this is our S. Now we still have the whole word to trace as well. We got the Schlitz to write. So I think I'm gonna start with this letter C right here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit, and I'm gonna start somewhere here. I guess somewhere here, and it's a matter of clicking and dragging as well. So I'm gonna click and drag like so, click and drag, and click and drag. I really don't want to bore you with all the clicking and dragging right now, so I think I'm gonna speed the process up a bit so you don't yawn and you don't fall asleep watching this. But I really want you to simply grasp the technique. So it's a click, drag, and holding down the Alt key. Click and drag to create a curvy path, holding down the Alt key to create a nice sharp corner. So I'm going to speed the process. Okay, so after a lot of clicking, dragging, and fine-tuning, we still got some shapes to do. We got this dot above the eye to do. We got these shapes right here to cut out from our main shape, so we can complete the whole logo, the whole trace. So I'm gonna start with the dot above the eye. I'm gonna click and drag to trace it. But I'm gonna tell you that it's going to be a bit clumsy. I think this is the case when it's better to simply use the regular creation tools, an ellipse in this case, because it's going to look clumsy. But since we are learning the pen tool, I guess we're going to go the clumsy way. Okay, so just some finishing touches right here, and we got the dot pretty much covered. And now these shapes, I'm going to start with the big one. Just click, drag like so, click again and drag, maybe not that far, maybe somewhere here, click again and click again to finish the shape. Now the bottom is teardrop shape, so I'm gonna click and drag, and again click and drag, so I get this teardrop shape. Now this shape to the right, click and drag like so, click and drag, and again click and drag. Come on, click. Yeah, click and drag. And this shape right here, it's gonna be a simple triangle. Okay, so I guess we got these shapes covered. So now we're gonna move on to the technique I told you that we were gonna learn, and we haven't talked about it yet. And this technique is actually a tool called the Pathfinder. We will use it to complete the effect, which basically will be cutting the shapes we just created from our main shape. I know we haven't talked about the Pathfinder yet, and we will in a subsequent video. For now, we'll just see a small portion of its abilities, because we really need them to finish the whole image trace. Okay, first I'm going to select the letter S and this center shape. Now I'll go to Window, Pathfinder, and from this box I'll choose the second to left option right here, which says minus front. What it did was it cut the top object from the bottom object. So if I now exchange the fill with the stroke, you can see that we have a nicely done letter S right now. And we're going to do the same with the rest of the letters and the rest of the shapes. So you know what? I just noticed that I haven't done this shape right here, so I need to trace it again. So I'm gonna go grab my pen tool and quickly just click and drag, finish the shape right here, like so. And now I'll select the whole word and all the shapes. So this one, this one, this one, and this triangle. Again, go to Pathfinder, minus front, and I'm gonna select all and exchange the fill, and there you go. we have a nicely done trace, nicely done logo trace. I'll just make it white maybe, and well, doesn't it look nice? I think it looks nice, but I think we could add some maybe background to it. So I'm gonna grab the rectangle tool and create a background for it, just like so. I'm gonna make it red, this red maybe, go to Object, Arrange, and Send to Back. And there we go. I'll just turn the visibility off of this layer, and there we go. I guess it kind of looks like a Coca-Cola logo, don't you think? But hey, this is the way they designed it back then. And actually, this is the way they are designing it today, because retro logos are back. And I guess it would be the right moment to talk about the Pathfinder tool right now, but I think in the next video I'd like to sum up the creation tools with the line segment tool, the arc tool, and the spiral tool. So don't go away.